All right, in this video, you're going to be learning how to graph a quadratic written in y equals ax squared plus c form. Now, just previously, I posted a video on how to graph this, but now we're adding a plus c at the end, so a constant at the end. What is that going to change with our graph? What are we going to have to do? Let's find out. It's pretty simple, actually. It's just going to shift your parabola up or down. Okay, again, remember the A is going to talk about our width. Is it a wide parabola? Is it a skinny parabola? C is going to tell us, did it move up or did it move down? Let's look at an example here. Y equals 2x squared. And then we're also going to graph y equals 2x squared plus 3. Okay, two very similar equations, but one has the C constant at the end, while the other one doesn't have a C at all. So let's first graph this one, which you should learn how to have done in my previous video. We're going to make a table of values, x values, y values, and then we're going to put the work in the middle. Choose some values for x that should work really well with this one. Well, 0 always is a good choice. Let's just go with 1, 2, 3. If I work each one of these out, what I'm going to get is 2 times 0 squared. Here I'm going to get 2 times 1 squared, 2 times 2 squared, and 2 times 3 squared. Notice all I've done is I've replaced that x value right there with the numbers that I chose. A lot of times the questions I get from students is, well, where did the x values come from? You pick them. It's your choice. Choose whatever you'd like. All right? So here we go. 0 squared is 0 times 2 would make a big fat 0. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 2 would make 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And 3 squared is 9. 9 times 2 would make 18. So my values or my coordinates that I'm going to need to plot are 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 8, and 3, 18. Notice that I'm not moving far on the x-axis, 0, 1, 2, and 3, but I'm moving very quickly up the y-axis, 0, 2, 8, and all the way to 18 after only moving over 3 spaces. This is going to rise very quickly. It's because it's a whole number. Here, we have a whole number as well. It's going to be the exact same steepness, I should say, of the parabola. The only difference here is that it's going to shift up 3 values. And we'll show what that looks like in just a second. But let's plot 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 8, and 3, 18. 0, 0, easy peasy lemon squeezy. 1, 2, 1 over, 2 up. Remember, I can do the opposite, negative 1, 2, because we need to draw the other side to it. 2, 8, 2 over. Now I'm all the way up here at 8. This is a very skinny parabola. Back 2 up 8. Here I have this U shape, which I'm going to say it time and time again because one of my least favorite things ever in a math classroom is drawing a parabola. It is actually very hard for me to do, but that's what this is going to end up looking like. There's our parabola for y equals 2x squared. Notice its vertex, its low minimum point, is at the origin, 0, 0. So what happens when we say plus 3 at the end over here? Let's do that in a different color. Now I'm going to say x, I'm going to say y, I'm going to put my work in the middle of my table. Again, this is how we start every single one of these. If we are asked to graph this, we want to start by just making a table of values, finding the x and the y's, and then plotting those points. Okay, let's do the same ones. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Let's show the work. We need to take 2, multiply it by 0 squared. But then we want to add 3 at the end. That will be the last thing we do. Okay? PEMDAS tells us to do 1 squared first, then multiply it by 2, and then at the end, add 3. Okay, we can handle that. 2 times 2 squared plus 3. And 2 times 3 squared plus 3. Let's work each one of these out. I'm going to just do it mentally right now because we're not doing anything too crazy. 0 squared is 0 times 2, we're still at 0, plus 3. Oh, we're going to end up with a 3. Okay, 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2, plus 3 gives me, 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11. 3 squared is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 18 plus 3 is 21. So notice now we're ending up getting way up there in our y values because this is just shifting up 3 units. Instead of starting at 0, 0, now we're starting at 0, 3. So I'm going to list those out, 0, 3, 1, 5, 2, 11, 3, 21, which we won't be able to fit that one on the graph because it's not large enough. But those are my points now to plot in purple. So here we go, 0, 3. Notice that is now going to be my vertex. That's my low point, that 0, 3. So this same parabola has just shifted up 3 units. What tells it to do that? The C value at the end. All right. If it was minus 3, what do you think would happen? Yep, it'd shift down 3. It's as simple as that. Okay, so here we go. 1, 5, plot 1, 5. 2, 11, 2, 11. And this parabola is going to look like this. Does it look familiar? Sure does. Opposite side. Excuse me for that noise. But notice it's the exact same parabola. It just shifted up 3 units. Let's take a peek at it. Zoom on in. Moved 1, 2, 3 units up, but the exact same parabola as far as steepness goes. Why is it the same steepness? Because the A's were both 2. 2 and 2. That has to do with steepness. Here we said plus 3, so this one just shifted up 3 units. All right, I know you're excited to find out, well, what happens when we throw y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. You really want to know what that b is going to do. Don't worry, it's coming. Future videos. Hold your horses. We'll get there. Okay, but for right now, all you need to focus on is how do I figure out the steepness? Well, make a plotted table and then plot those points that you find. And then remember that that's going to tell you to shift up or down. The only way it's going to go down is if it says minus C. So if that's a minus 3, we shift this down 3 as opposed to moving it up 3. Okay, you got this. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.